Howdy doody. You guys can join me in while I'm having a bit of late lunch. So it's Monday. I'm not in Sydney. I'm down in Griffith, like 6 hours away from Sydney. And I'm about to train before I go to work all night. So Monday, 10 to 4 o'clock 10 to 4 in the afternoon. And I'm about 500 meters away from the gym, which has a pool. And I got a really good training session, which I'm really excited for. I just need to eat. There's this cafe here. Which is a bakery. I just can't help but get their bread on their sandwiches is just amazing. Anyway, so sitting out here enjoying myself with a piccolo. This is what I would have for pre-workout. So over the weekend we did a fair bit of running at my parents' house. And that was good. Got to relax quite a fair bit as well. Had a couple of beers with Dad. And now I'm really zoned in for the next couple of weeks. So tonight, tonight's training session, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass because I always like to do the gym work, running or cycling or weights or whatever, and then I always love to finish with a swim. Which tonight I'll still finish with a swim, but because the event that I'm doing, usually in a triathlon you just go swim, ride, run, and then you're done. This event is 3 triathlons back to back, so I've got to head back into the swim. So I do need to plan for those small little adaptations, or just get used to that transition between not only swim to ride and ride to run. I've also got to allow for the fact that I've got to go from running back to swimming. So I'm going to swim 1K. I'm then going to do 5 by 8 minute efforts on the bike. I'm then going to run 5 kilometers. Maybe more if I have time, but running's not really something that I need to really work on at the moment. Just literally I'm only doing that just to get the transition in there. And then I'm going to head back and swim another K at the end, which will be easy because I like swimming at the end of the training session, but it's going to be a bit of a pain in the bum to swim and then go and do the bike. First world problems, right? So overall, feeling pretty good. I got a lot of activity, a lot of training to do this week. So the food's going to have to be pretty high, which is never usually a problem for me. And you just love a fresh salad ham sandwich. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, swim is done. Nice kilometre. I decided to go even slower than normal. And I always tend to surprise myself with these things. It's funny how sometimes you can intensely go really, really slow and you can still be, particularly swimming, your slow pace is not actually that far behind your fast pace. So a slightly more intense swim for me is like
somewhere between 15 and a half to 17 minutes for a K. And nice cruisy pace just then was only 18 minutes. But the way that I feel right now, like significantly better than obviously if I was to push it. Anyway, just another realization that slow, easy training not only feels good, builds really good fitness.
I do apologise for the very much of a close-up view there. It's been impossible to put the camera anywhere else, so tune in to maybe just the voice. I got one 8-minute round left, which is what I'm doing right now. This is my last round for the bike, and averaging some really decent watts. Now, if you go back just last week to some of the videos that I was creating, if you recall, my main focus for the bike at the moment was to just to get rid of some saddle fatigue. And what I mean by saddle fatigue is just when you're on a bike, there's all these little niggles that sort of happen, not just the leg say resistance or leg fatigue that you get from the actual cycling itself, but your bum actually tends to get really sore. So it's really not nice. I've been on here for almost an hour now and I don't feel anything, which is good. So whether that's, just one of those lucky days, which they do happen, or I am actually seeing a little bit of those little adaptations kicking in. Maybe not adaptations, but just body just getting used to sitting down and doing something like that is a good sign. So feeling overall really good this afternoon. As you go back a couple of days ago on the bike, I really felt quite depleted actually. So I'm curious to know what this next run's going to be like. So I'm just going to do half an hour run at 12 k's an hour, which will be roughly about MAF. So still aerobic. 12 k's, so it's 6 k's within a half an hour, which would be good. Good amount of kilometers, and all the reason I'm running that for is just to start those transitions between the bike to the run. That's really all the only reason why I'm doing it. Overall, feeling really good, which is nice. And not all the sessions always feel good. I definitely think that's something that people tend to forget, that every session is not always going to feel the best, even if you are pushing yourself. But I'm a big believer that your intensity for training is secondary to your consistency of training. I find so many clients that still struggle with this concept. It's probably just because we've been beaten into us that if you're not training hard enough, it's not worth it. But if you cannot be consistent with your training, even if it's intense, you'll see really little results because your body does not have a chance to get used to it. You've got to try and understand that getting fitter is an adaptation from your body. It means your body is physically getting used to what you're doing, which for fitness is a good thing. If you are constantly varying your sessions and your intensity to such a rapid degree, you'll really struggle to get good at anything, which means you won't notice that you're getting fitter or not. So if you're struggling with your fitness, double down on something very similar, keep the intensity easy, and do it more consistently. So if you're in your session and you're working out at an intensity that's like making you sore, making you really tired, and you're not sure if you could do it tomorrow, I would dial it back. It'd be better for you to do it again tomorrow than be too sore and not be able to do it tomorrow. Seems to be this passion and love for no pain, no gain, but if you really want to take your fitness, to be better for your kids and to have more energy throughout the day, you can't go too hard. It's just mild little stress consistently, and you'll watch your fitness progress very consistently and very gradually, but it's gradual. Nothing good happens with the body over a week. So just take your time. I have 3.5 minutes on this round to go. and then let's jump on the treadmill.
All right, so that's me done for my training today on a Monday. Got everything done that I wanted, which was a 1 kilometer swim, 60-minute bike ride, 30-minute 6K run, and another 1 kilometer swim. The priority today was the swim. But swimming was to break up the 2 kilometers, and you know what? Considering only a couple of weeks of swimming, I am super duper happy with how the body is taking it. Nothing really to report, which is a good thing. I'm gonna go over in the next couple of minutes on the next clip on my current status with my diet and where my what my review was last week. So if you didn't tune in last week, I was tracking my food just to get an understanding as to maybe where I was going wrong. So as I suggested before, feeling very healthy. I don't really have any issues as such as to why I want to track my food. It's more just I want to lose a little bit of weight. I wouldn't mind losing sort of 2, 3, 4 kilos, somewhere around that over the coming months. There's no real rush around when it gets done, but I definitely wouldn't mind just losing a few. So I've got a few things which I'm going to go over tomorrow in the next clip tomorrow as to what I'm going to change and what I noticed about tracking my food even just for 1 week. It did me wonders. So anyway, tune in and hope to see you guys here soon. Bye.